What's up, Pewter Report readers, listeners, and viewers? Welcome to a brand new show called Touchback Tuesdays. Every week we'll be sitting down with a special guest breaking down the game that was and looking at the game ahead. I'm JC Allen, your host, and with us, that special guest is Buccaneers Pro Bowl safety and defensive back. Now, I really call him everywhere, Antoine Winfield Jr. Anton, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Happy to have you on there. Happy to get this, show up and running and give the fans a little inside perspective on what you saw from the game, what you think about the game, your thoughts in general, and moving ahead. So with that being said, first game of the season, how'd it feel to get back on the field?
Man, it felt good. It's been a while since we played for real. So, it was fun being out there with all the boys and, out there making plays and having fun.
Yeah, last season you start against the Cowboys at home. Now you're on the road. Talk about that. What differences did you see when you're going over the film and preparing for them on that opening night?
Yeah, first and foremost, I got to say something about the stadium. That stadium was dope. I'm not going to lie. That was probably one of the better ones I played in. And then, going into there, we looked a lot over the game that we played against them last year. And so we kind of already felt like we knew a good idea about what they were going to run. And so our goal was just to go in there, execute the game plan, and win the game.
Yeah, first game had a real defensive feel to it. Obviously, with the offense's, struggles to convert in the red zone, but you guys holding the Cowboys to just 3 points, and it's the first time that's happened in a very long time, holding them to that low points. But did you feel like that kind of sets a tempo for the season as a whole? As the defense has been talked about, and you came out there and you put your stamp on it.
Yeah, man, that's the standard right there. We kind of set that early, and so having to start like that, we want every week to be like that. Sometimes it's not going to be like that how it was, but that's the standard, and we're going to do our best to try to keep it like that every single game.
Right, and there was contributions by everybody all over the place. You're talking about sacks, interceptions. We'll get to that in a little bit. Pass deflections. It just felt like the defense as a whole was cohesive. They're communicating well, and if that's a glimmer of things to see for the rest of the future, I think Bucs fans are going to be pretty excited. But it wasn't just your first game back of the season; it was also your first game back in a different position. Made the Pro Bowl last year as a free safety, graded out as the second best free safety in the entire NFL, which is no easy feat to do. But you made a switch, and you moved over to the slot. Been playing a lot more slot. Looking at your snap percentages, you played a majority of the slot, over 50% in the slot last night. What's that switch been like? And to finally see it on the field throughout a full game, how was that experience? How did that go? And what did you learn from it?
Yeah, man, it was fun. That's where all the action is. So right. I'm loving it. And actually playing like a full game down there at the nickel position, it's like, okay, this is where the money at, because that's where everything is. You're in the run, you're in the pass game, got to cover the slot, you get the blitz. So you got to be very versatile to be in that position, and I'm glad I'm able to do so here.
Right. And, you've had guys who have played it in the past before. SMB was there last year. Logan Ryan's played it. How much have you kind of picked on from them and their experiences in the slot to help improve your game down there?
Yeah. Just really been asking them different, techniques, the way that they played in the previous and like how it worked for them, so I can try to use that in my game. And it's really like small technical stuff that I feel like I need help on. With that switch, but just leaning on them, asking them questions, they're very helpful and help me with the position a lot.
Obviously, as playing as a deep safety, you've been in that role for the last 2 years, but what have you been able to take from that and apply it that allowed you to be so successful in that first game in Dallas?
Yeah, I would say from the safety position, we're like the quarterback of the defense. You got to call all the plays. So I know where pretty much all of my surrounding guys are going to be at, because I'm used to being back there and calling all the plays and setting the tone back there. So being up front, it's like, okay, I know where everybody is. So it's just like a different feel being down closest to the box, and I know where my help is and things like that. So that's probably been a difference.
And the secondary as a whole, you guys played really well. I mean, the fact that you held CeeDee Lamb to just 2 catches on 11 targets as a combined effort, Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean. What can you say about their performances back there? And also, Mike Edwards making his first start at strong safety.
Yeah, all those guys had great games. They're great players, man. They're very smart and technical. And, I love playing with those guys. And, we just try to come in and work every day and try to make each other better. So it's going to be a fun year.
I said we'll talk about it. Let's get to it. Interception, first one of the year. What a play. Acrobatic in the air. You kind of jumped in front of Carlton, and I don't know if you had said anything to say.
I did for sure.
I don't know if you had anything to say after that game. He's like, I'm trying to get my interceptions up. But what did you see on that play? I mean, the ability to just read and react, it looks like it just comes so natural to you.
Yeah, so right there, we knew like third downs, they liked a lot of stick routes at the sticks. And so I knew it was either going to be coming from my 3 receiver or the 2 receiver. And so I was really just reading the quarterback's eyes. I got my depth in my zone and just read the quarterback. And I knew the receiver was right outside of me. So I was just looking at the quarterback the whole time. He threw it straight to me. So I ran up and jumped in front of the route and just made the play.
So obviously that's a good start for some of the goals. I mean, I've got you projected as an All-Pro this year. So starting week one with interceptions, a very nice way to do that. But when you had the ball in your hand, what's next? What are you thinking next? Do you see open field? Are you trying to score?
I was trying to score. I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to get busy. Yeah, so I'm like, okay, I'm about to take it on the sideline. I know I had to get all past the big people. They kind of got me choked up because they had me to the sideline, and then I tried to cut it back, and it was just no go. But next one, hopefully I can get in the end zone.
Right. There's plenty of opportunities. That was week 1 in an 18-game season, but it wasn't the only big play you had too. There was another play in the game on a bubble screen to Lamb that it looked like you just knew what was coming. You identified the play immediately. You were able to get to the line of scrimmage, get Dalton Schultz out of the way, and break up the pass. What did you see through that? Can you walk me through that? And how were you able to just disrupt the play so quickly?
Yeah, that was from film study. I knew anytime they came out 4 strong, especially with the tight end at number 2 with CD at 3, I knew they were throwing a screen. They put that big body there to try to block whoever's the down guy. So I'm like, okay, he's going to come and block me, and CD's going to run the bubble. And so immediately, as soon as the ball snapped, I was already pretty much on the line of scrimmage, ready, waiting on that play. And so, that one is just a tribute to the film study.
Yeah, looking at the snap count and where you played, Pro Football Focus had you as a snap on the defensive line as well. Was that different for you playing down right on the line like that? Closer into the big boys on the line.
Yeah, I'm sure that was probably a blitz or something that they had me down there. I was just coming off the edge, but yeah, I like being used everywhere. So my versatility is my key, my best attribute. So being able to line up everywhere is what I can do.
Well, obviously, mission accomplished because you guys set the season off. You set the tone off defensively, but you also set it off with a win. What does it mean to come out of a game with a win like that, which was, Sunday night, late night game? You got to watch the slate of football ahead of you. What does it mean to come away with the dub?
Oh, it means everything, man. We put a lot of work into it. And, these wins in this league are not easy. It's a lot of work put into it. So, we were excited. We celebrated after the win, and now it's on to New Orleans.
Right, New Orleans is a big test. Undefeated against the Bucs and Brady in the Brady era since you came here in the regular season. You got them where it counted though, so you always got that one.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But does getting the early win, does that give you any confidence in going into Saints week?
Yeah, for sure. Like I said before, man, we just set the standard. Like we've done it before, so why can't we do it again, or why can't we do it every week like this? So having a fast start on defense like that, it only sets the ceiling for us. We got a lot of things that to still improve on, but like I said before, that's the standard. So we're gonna try to keep doing that every single week.
Now, media and fans, they make a huge ordeal about this week coming up here against the Saints. They're rivals. Obviously, Jameis Winston went there, so there's some past history that's colliding with the Bucs. How much do you guys to focus on that? Is it something that you use as a tool to motivate you? Is it something that you just block out the noise when you hear all this coming up? Oh, they're 0-4 against the Saints the last 2 seasons. What does that do for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, that's all outside noise. We treat every week the same. It doesn't matter who we're going up against. Every week we got to come in and put that work in and go out here and win a game. That's the only goal, to go out there and win. So we don't really listen to the outside noise. We don't let it motivate us. We're motivated internally, so we just go in, put the work in, and, try to do our best to, win games.
You don't get up a little bit extra because it's the Saints at all, no?
A little bit for the Saints.
Okay, that's
out of all the teams that I played against, I would say definitely a little bit more for the Saints.
All right, especially in that stadium, and obviously that stadium can get loud. Caesar's Palace Dome, whatever Little Caesars, whatever they call it nowadays, it can get loud in there. And you're the quarterback back there. You're the one communicating. You're the one getting guys on the same page. What problems does that present present for you when you're trying to get everybody on the same page? I know defense, you guys, it's a little bit quieter when their offense is working, but it can still be loud. How do you overcome those?
Well, we practice it. So in practice, we'll have the crowd noise pumped in, so it'll be loud in practice, So we try to simulate. Yeah. So we try to simulate that beforehand, so we're already used to that situation. It's not like we practice and it's quiet and we're making calls. No, it's loud. They got the crowd noise pumped in, so we really got to communicate, use our signals, our hand signals, and things like that. So we practice for it.
So you guys pumping crowd noise, the Saints pumping crowd noise. You're all pumping in crowd noise.
Yeah, exactly.
But obviously it's Tuesday, but I'm sure you've already started. I know you're a film guy. What have you seen from the Saints? What problems did they present this season? Obviously they had a come from behind win against Atlanta Falcons. What did you see out of them that you're looking at like, all right, we need to be on our P's and Q's for this one?
Yeah, man, they have multiple formations that they use, so we got to pretty much know what to expect with different personnel and things like that. They got weapons on the outside. You got Jameis, you got Taysom Hill, and Kamara. So our goal is to try to contain the top players as best we can and just execute our game plan that we're going to get and go out there and have fun and dominate.
Now, you've seen some of these players, over the course of the last 4 years, whether they're on the Saints or whether they were on different teams. One guy you haven't seen is Michael Thomas. What have you seen? He hasn't played the last 2 years. What have you seen from him last week? And what have you seen from watching prior film on him? And what problems does he present to you in the slot?
Yeah. He's always a threat. We played against him my first year, so I played against him a few times. But, he's always a threat. Good receiver, bigger guy, and has great hands. So, he's always a threat when you go up against him. Now,
is Carlton giving you any advice? I figured he's the guy.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be working together.
Antoine, that's awesome. I'm excited for this week. I'm excited to do this every week this season. Give the fans a little bit kind of behind the scenes, get to know what you were going through, what you saw in these plays, what you're seeing coming up. And, let's end the show on a fun way. What's something that fans don't know about Antoine Winfield Jr., but maybe they should know, or a fun fact?
Let me think of something. One thing fans probably don't know about me. One thing I would say, I'm a huge Call of Duty player. I play Warzone all the time. So if y'all want to play with me on the game, man, y'all gonna have to reach out through social media or something, and then we can hop on. But I'm huge on Call of Duty.
What's your platform?
I play on PC.
PC, okay, PC. Yep. Okay,
so real deal. Yeah, real deal.
What's your KD looking like these days?
Ooh, my KD. I'm like a 2.24 or something like that. Like 2.24.
That's respectable.
Oh yeah. I play for real.
He plays for keeps. You got to get on live with Lenny sometime. He's doing.
I played with him a few times. Yep. Lenny know what's up.
And streaming and all that stuff. So.
Yep.
But Antoine, again, I thank you so much for being here. This has been a blast, guys. We'll be doing this every Tuesday, Touchdown Tuesdays with JC Allen and Antoine Winfield Jr. That being said, we're out of here. Out.
Peace.